What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. If you want to hear my Black Friday plans for Yu-Gi-Oh products and some non-Yu-Gi-Oh products, stay tuned till the end of the video. But what I really want to drive home right here is that we're in the ultimate buyer's market here during the winter. Prices are at an all-time low that are highly likely to go back up during the next WCQ season / national season as it ramps up and people get truly competitive. The market then crashes a week or two around before nationals, not after, as people have all the cards they need to compete and the meta's really becoming defined. This happens as a cycle almost every year, and it's even more enforced by the Megatons. The Megatons crashed a lot of the core sets, and we'll cover kind of what's left out of them, and everything's low. Even the cards that didn't get reprinted are just permanently low thanks to that bubble crash, and it's awesome. But they will, or potentially will, spike up during the next season. And people are selling a lot of cards right now also to get cash in their pockets for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas. It's just the best time to be buying cards because people are letting them go for these reasons. So we look over here at Battles of Legends, some of the lowest prices it's been at, $10 Omegas. That's awesome. This is a card that will go up and down over time as well. Minerva as cheap as $6 under market price, despite it being in several top cut decks for regionals. Minerva, the Lightsworn zombies have really come back in force. Lightsworn decks are super budget right now, and they're very viable. Galaxy Soldier somehow still holding its line near $6. I don't see it played as much, but ABC builds can use it. Sage with Eyes of Blue just chilling down at $4.48 for the secret rare that looks real nice. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, I never thought I'd see the day it was at $4. But as you see, a lot of these cards are just under their market price and are going to continue to do so for a lot of sets. Denko Sekka, $2.75. Let's face it, Magic Bullets aren't going to be the next best meta deck ever, and Denko Sekka is still going to have its time in side decks once again coming up. Vanity's Fiend as low as $2, you see it under its market price. Anti-Spell Fragrance as low as $2 under its market price. It's just a really good time to be buying, and this isn't just echoed by Battles of Legend. Artifact Sanctum under $2. It's great. It's awesome. We look at other past products. Pendulum Evolution. People are ripping them up open. This is a deck that's still at the forefront of the meta. Wisdom Eye under its market price. Skullcrobat Joker way under its market price. Pendulum Call barely under market price. Everything, it's like the perfect time to get cards. Everything's cooling off real fast, and you can wait until Cyber Monday or Black Friday, and you might find a lot of deals among these sets. But you see where we're going with this. There's tons of cards just under market price that are perfect to get right now. This JD looks pretty nice, even as the ultra and not secret. Trishula, you know, $1.50. It's also under market price. That's just the common theme here. Now, a meta deck that has been falling for its own reasons. People don't necessarily like to play it. It feels more like a glass cannon where it recovers even less from hand traps than it did before. Double Helix all the way down at $11. And we see over here 13 on eBay, so it's actually a much better deal on TCG Player. I think we flipped the reverse on the next card where Spyral Super Agent is, no, it's about $10.40. It's about the same. It's 10 even over here on eBay, so a little bit cheaper over here on eBay. This deck's just been kind of free falling. Yes, there's cards to get hyped from it like Foolish Burial Goods, but it definitely has a problem continuing if you save your hand trap for Double Helix. I ashed a Double Helix while I was playing against the deck. It just completely stopped. I know that one-time story obviously defines how this deck works, but hand traps definitely do a lot more now. There's decks like Trickstars, highly prevalent in the metagame, that play hand traps naturally because they have plenty of space for it. The Pendulum Magicians OTK very easily if they draw a hand trap and stop. There's just so much that really seems to be going against this deck rather than for it, but it's still one of the top decks, if not the top deck. We'll probably see a large chunk of the top cut at YCS San Diego be this. Will affect its price. I think people are just tired of the deck, and I don't think that many people will flock back based off one YCS, but I've been wrong before. I just think it's like, if you remember the legendary Six Samurais when they came out, they did really well at Dallas. and then they kept going down even after their inception. It was crazy, and you could still play the deck, and it was one of the top decks, but it definitely just went down after its win because it was a set release. It was hyped. It goes down. This was a set release. It was hyped. It got hit, and it continues to go down. We'll see. I think it's holding points about here, and YCS San Diego will help its holding point, but I don't think it'll spike back up, personally. The Magical Muskets. This is the new set. Before we get back into other older sets, I do think that the Magical Muskets are a little overhyped for their prices, and the prices will go down. What I'm really actually surprised by is how far Starfire's fell down. I talked to a US distributor. They opened 7 cases. It's about 7 to 8 per case on these. Still shorter print than the rest of the secrets, but not as bad as the Europe cases that I had reported. Starfire being 14 is kind of surprising. It's a 3 of, in my opinion, and that's pretty low. But Casper's still sitting here at a much bigger price. And then the other short print of the set, or shorter print, not straight up short print, is Snow, and she's sitting around as low as $9. We look on eBay, she's about the same, a little more expensive, and nearly the same. Just wait if you want to buy any of these as singles, unless you have a tournament to play in immediately, where you think that Magic Bullets / Magical Musketeers are the best deck that you could possibly play, / you really want to play with them. I never discourage people from playing the deck they want to play, but otherwise, if you don't have a tournament immediately, I'd kind of hold off, although I am surprised at how fast that's free falling. Another example of just prices being lower right here, guys. The Wind Witch engine's an amazing engine to have. Every player should have access to it in case they want to splash it into a deck. It's highly splashable in mini decks, making that non-destructible Crystal Wing is just amazing. $8. This was not reprinted in the Megatons, and it's as low as $8. I'm actually curious to see, because I didn't pull it up on eBay, how much it goes for on eBay, because eBay's typically lower. We might see it. No, it's about a dead even heat here. $8 and actually a little cheaper on TCG Player. I think the Wind Witch engine's a perfect example of this is crazy low for what it is. It's not really having the biggest impact right now, I'll give it that, but at the same time, this is a breakout engine that adds consistency to a lot of decks. Even Trickstars have played this before to give it its power, because it has a problem getting over things, but now they play honest. We've seen Eater of Millions in it, but this is just a really good engine, in my opinion, and it's safe. Grass is still at 6, but that's relatively low, although it is at 1. And then we see even things like Sea Monster or Theseus at $1. It got a reprint in the Megatons, but the originals for $1, best card 2K17 at $1. I think it's pretty cool. Original versions of Full Force Virus just so low as well. I think this is just highlights, like Glassbell, look at it, it's $2.72 by market price, $1.55, golly. It's just kind of the perfect time to be a buyer right now. And so I would save up, maybe Cyber Monday and Black Friday go in, but overall, you're safe to be buying. I don't think anything is going to get too hyped from these old sets. Now the card that I would hype getting right now, Skullmeister, is at 30 cents. I think that there's going to be times where this gets rehyped in the future. It hasn't really had a time to be impactful. Dinosaurs got hit before this could be impactful. It never really does much, but whenever the rumor mill starts going around that it's going to counter a deck or hard counter a deck, it really starts going up, and that's because it was an STBL secret. I still think even with a high quantity, you'll see this 30 cents go to $1 one day, and there's plenty of cheap options for this. So this is a card that I would consider getting wall cheap, because at some point it'll be $1, then maybe $2. But at 30 cents, your return on investment, that's crazy. It will see its day one day. Now for my Black Friday plans, as I promised. This is not sponsored, I swear. Troll and Toad's a great place to hit up on Black Friday. I love hitting up Troll and Toad because they have sales and they clearance a lot of items they've kept all years and had trouble selling. I got my YCS, the Blood Memphis special mat from the Top Cut at, I believe it was Costa Mesa. I got it from them at like $60 when it was a $180 mat. There's only 32 of those that are, I believe, in existence. And I was really happy to get that from them. Core TCG, not a sponsor, obviously. I love hitting them up. They usually have sleeves super cheap, like at cost. They usually have some of their own playmats on sale, and then they really clearance out a few things, and it's just awesome. I really love hitting them up. And something I've never hit up before is Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles. I have no clue if they'll have a sale, but I'll be checking in. I can't even imagine their hours from New Zealand, and sorry, I'm trying not to sneeze, but I can't imagine their hours or when they'll go live or what they'll do. But they've been doing these 4 cards for sale every day kind of thing, and I think that's pretty cool. See, look at this. There's a no core. That's really expensive compared to TCG player. You're looking real bad. Singles, but singles is always the cheapest on release, so that's okay. But core, Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles, and Troll and Toad are kind of my plans this Black Friday for Yu-Gi-Oh! Let me know if you guys are going to be going anywhere else for that. For not Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to JCPenney's. Their towels are on sale that I like at 70% off. Royal Velvet's my brand. We also have Bath and Body Works. I'll be going there. They always have a sale for this tote that's like $100-some odd value, and they sell it for $20 when you spend $50, and I get my whole year's like soaps, wallflowers. Yes, I like to plug in those things that smell nice in the house. I get all sorts of stuff like that, maybe some candles to even it out. Their candles are usually like $10 or something super cheap, sometimes $8. It really depends on their sale. And I hit up Hot Topic. They have the $10 t-shirts usually. And my girlfriend works at FYE, so I don't have to hit that up. That's about it. And then I sit on Amazon all day long, those things that go live and have a timer. I try to pick off some nice Blu-rays or things that I want, get some gifts. Like last year I got Billy a Zelda GameCube-like controller. It's really just awesome to sit there all day and enjoy the deals. So that's my Black Friday plans, and I hope you guys enjoyed this market watch. I know not too much has been going on besides the fall of Spyrals here, but a lot of suggestions for you guys to consider, since I think a lot of these prices are the cheapest that they're going to be. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this one.